My name is Abdulrahman Alrefai. My area of research is in audit-focused process mining. The reason why I'm really interested in process mining is the new types of evidence that we could gather as auditors in an engagement that process mining can provide us with. So the first study that I want to talk about is using process mining as a tool for measuring internal control effectiveness and assessing the risk, especially the control risk. Now, if we look at today's digital economy and the information systems that all the organizations, or most of the organizations, have, we want to see if process mining can be used as a tool to measure the effectiveness of controls and to assess the risk of controls there. And the only way to get real comfort on the operating effectiveness of controls is to test every instance of it, use the whole population of data instead of just relying on sampling. Now, if we look at all the information systems today, most of the controls are actually found somewhere in the computer system. So the idea or the main objective is developing this framework that uses process mining to issue an opinion, to assess and issue an opinion on the effectiveness of controls and look at the controls that are implemented by management. So we formalize the measurement of controls by analyzing all the instances and finding exceptions, and using those exceptions not only for investigative purposes, but use it to give us a sense of the effectiveness of controls and the risk in that business process. So the methodology consists of two parts. The first part is looking at the design of the internal control system, and in that area we use process discovery and modeling the process flow to look at any weaknesses in the design itself, if controls are implemented or not. Now, the second part is evaluate and test those controls if they're operating effectively. So we test the controls, see if they're, let's say for example, if management says that there's a approval control in place, we see that if that control is implemented 100% of the time, or if there's any weakness going on there. Now, the second paper is in continuous process mining. If we see process mining today, first it's usually done on a manual basis, and after a certain time after when an activity happened. So the main idea behind this is, can we find a way to reduce this time delay between an activity happening and the analysis of it? And can we do that automatically and on a continuous basis? Because the reason behind that is when we have it done on a continuous basis and that time is very short, we can actually increase the information value. Let's say, for example, if we can find a deviation happening and we can stop it before it actually goes further, then that has very large benefits. Now, the way we do that is by developing a novel approach that combines both continuous process monitoring technique with process mining, and we do that to take advantage of both worlds and to actively detect and investigate any deviations as they occur along the process, the transactional process. Now, the methodology consists of two parts. The first one is having an abstracted layer on top of the business process, and then using rule-based process mining to formalize the controls into rules, and then test all the controls, all the transactions, see if any of them violate any of these rules. So these are the two papers that I wanted to show you today. Thank you very much.